And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing 7 Days to Die Alpha 15. And now we're on a new beta, beta 83 of Alpha 15. And I'm just working on getting the first floor kind of secure. Because it is day 6, so we are just 1 day away from the horde. So I want to make sure that we've got a pretty good amount of protection in here. So all that work in previous episodes trying to find scrap cable, the new beta completely eliminates scrap cable from the game. So no more running around trying to find scrap cable. Now the big thing that we need are those mechanical parts. And I've got a few on, I've found a few already, but not enough to get everything that we need to build. All right. Looks like the first floor. I think all of this stuff is secure. I think I've picked that up already. So we've got a little bit of security in here. It's not a whole lot. I wouldn't choose to be down here if we got hit with a really big horde. Looks like we have some stuff in here. Looks like I might have dumped some stuff to get in and out fast. I'll leave the plant stuff right there. It's a little bit more convenient to run in and out like that. So yeah, we are doing not too bad. I would like to have gotten something up and running, but looks like this house is where we're going to have to sort of make our stand. I want to get some of these windows at least covered in case we get any spider zombies on this first horde night. I don't know if spider zombies, when they crawl up walls, if they can actually attack the walls that they crawl up. We do have roof access. I cleared out all the duct that was right here, and now we can come up here and watch the beautiful sunrise and sunset if we really wanted to. There's the sun. It's magnificent. It's a magnificent sight, especially after horde night. After you've lived through a horde night, that sun coming up is just glorious. All right, let's see what we can do out here. I need to fill some jars, get some water. I've got both the forge and the campfire off, so hopefully we don't get a whole lot, we don't get any screamers. I've got some potatoes planted out here, ready to go. Just running out to get some water, and hopefully I don't run into any nefarious beasts. Who knows what spawns in the night? Trying to find the water. Be futile sometimes. Oh, there's a deer. Oh, he's running into the water. I hate when they run into the water. Because there's just so much hard. Yeah. It's pretty deep in there, too. I'm not going to. There we go. And there's a structure over there we could loot. We could go loot that dock over there and see what's out there. Oh, that's across the water, though. I don't know what that deer is doing, but he's a little confused. These big fat guys. Oh, he's still alive. Got him. Yeah, I don't think it should take much to kill a zombie. I mean, they are zombies after all. So I've looted this place. Oh, hello, chicken. I'll take your feathers. And your meat. I don't think anything in here is respawned. Yeah, nothing in here is respawned. However, I do need to tear apart. Let me stand away from it a little bit so it's not so loud. Kind of tear this thing down. Trying to get the mechanical parts that I need. How many did I get? Two whole mechanical parts. All right. I think we might be able to do the fridge. Not sure if we get it from the fridge. I mean, it's got refrigerators have like compressors and stuff, so I don't see why we wouldn't get mechanical parts from there. And no, we can't get them from sinks, so that's kind of a non-starter. I doubt there was anything up here. No, in this area here that I haven't busted into. Now, let's see if we can bust into this any good amount of time here. Oh yeah, we're doing lots of damage. Now we're getting in there. And there was a gun safe in here. But I'm not gonna sit and pound on that for 10 minutes. So we shall leave that for another day when I've got maybe some steel tools and a little bit better mining skill, just because it takes forever to get into there. And I can, you know, build up my skills high enough to where I can get into those safes in 3 swings. So soon it will not be too hard to get into. Now we gotta watch out for zombie spawns. Yep, there they are. They tend to be a little delayed. Watch my back here. Hello, nurse. Oh my god. Where did he come from? I just looked behind me. There was nothing back there, unless I completely missed it. And a train is being extremely annoying. Anybody else? Lead and miscellaneous stuff. Nothing too good. I think they might have rebalanced the loot lists a little bit. Alright, some more fridges and stuff we can break down. Ooh, a lot of good stuff here. Barbed club. Let's see, 8 damage, 10 damage. Yeah, we're going to scrap that. We're going to take the glass jars. We're going to scrap these. Scrap this. That's pretty much all I can do there. That's everything, right? Yep. Oh, Magnum. These actually, I don't want to scrap those. I can sell those back to traders for a pretty good amount of money. You know, the higher the quality, obviously, the better price you're going to get for them. But, you know, if you have a bunch of gun parts that you don't really want to, you know, have around, keep them around and then just do a run to a trader. I think we'll try to find one next episode. Just for fun. And I see a deer out there. I'm gonna go bag him. See if I can bag him anyway. Come on. All right, got him. Let's make sure I have some inventory space. Scrap that. I'm not really too keen on collecting the animal fat, so if we drop that, that's fine. There we go. That should all be animal fat. Yep. And now that we're by the water again, let's fill up the jars that we've got. So we can stack those up, get ourselves a spot we can use for other stuff. Where was I? Oh yeah, tearing this thing apart. Stand a little bit away just so it's not so loud. How many parts did we get? We got 3 more parts out of that. Doesn't look like anything dropped, which is good. We're gonna scrap the nails. Let's see. I'm gonna kind of keep the beaker. I'm gonna scrap the arrowhead. I could have just made the arrow, I guess. Now I should have a few mechanical parts that I can work with. Ooh, slimy. I like that the gore blocks now keep you can actually loot the gore blocks. Take that. Take that, departed woman. Ooh, there's some nitrate. I gotta keep track of that. From what I've been reading, that's a pretty rare thing nowadays. Although we haven't dug underground at all. And, you know, in order to record these episodes and keep the pace going so I can record, I do fiddle with the ore generation underground just so I don't have to sit and grind for hours and hours and hours trying to find material. So if you find the game a little too grindy, you can always go into and edit the data files to make it less of a grind, which I recommend. I actually want to upgrade that one more time. I've got the iron on me, so not too concerned with that. And let's immediately boil that water. Oh, not the spikes. I want to put the bottled water in there. And the food goes in here. It's like the hide. I can put the iron that I found in there. Okay, mechanical parts. I think I have in here. So there's 22 mechanical parts. And let's see, what else do I need? Let me get rid of some of this other stuff first. I really don't need any of these. Flashlight. I really need a sort of a sorting system. Splint, beaker, painkillers, paper, lead, green alcohol. You can use that to actually make. We can make med kits with that green alcohol when the time comes. Okay, the first thing we need is a workbench. And that's going to take a lot of forged iron, 20 mechanical parts, a full wrench, and a claw hammer. We can make a claw hammer. So let me make one of those. And we have a wrench. We have a spare wrench somewhere. Let's see. Wrench. There it is. So let's look at the durability on these. So this one has more durability, 219 versus 169. And the block damage, those are comparable. So I'd like to use the one that has less durability because I would like to actually bust it all the way down to 0 durability. That way we get the most out of it. But with the workbench, we'd actually be able to craft our own wrenches. I think once we find the wrench schematic, although we may not need the wrench schematic. Yeah, we may not need it. I can't remember if we need it or not. Yeah, see, we don't get the recipe in here anymore, so we have to make them on the workbench. And I've got the workbench unlocked here. I've got concrete mixing unlocked. So we are ready to go. As soon as that freaking claw hammer gets done, there we go. Workbench. All the right things. That's going to take 2 whole minutes to craft that thing. And we're down to 2 mechanical parts. So we're going to need more mechanical parts. I think we need at least like 15 for the cement mixer. And I've got 1,000 cement ready to go already. So we're good for that. There's a blood bag. So I think the med kits is a blood bag, a grain alcohol, a regular bandage, and a duct tape for some reason. Yep, all that stuff. But we need a book to do it. So all of that stuff makes a med kit. So I like to keep all that stuff around just so I can make med kits. I do have one. I do have a few med kits available. Let's turn this off now, since we're all good. I haven't turned this thing back on just because we're not in desperate need of iron right now, and I really don't want to deal with that. We do need some more mechanical parts. Eventually, we will need them. So let's go try to find some cars. I know cars give you mechanical parts now. They've really rebalanced it. So they took away scrap cable, and it's really all about the little mechanical parts, the electronic parts, all that stuff. And I've got a bunch of spikes on me, so I'm gonna take the time here, beef up my defenses. We're just about at day 7, so I want to make sure that we are well defended. Okay. I will cover this gap before day 7, before the 7th night. But for now, is there a space? There is a space back there where my air conditioner used to be. It looks like we had a visitor. Screamer remains. I think that was a screamer. There we go. Ooh, a couple of them back here, actually. Wow. Well, I'm glad I came back here. All right. Yeah, I'm glad I came back here. There was some good some good loot back here. Squishy. Alright, I'm gonna go drop this stuff off on sort of a temporary... If I'm in a hurry, I'd try to do temporary things here. Let's go place our workbench, and that should be the end of the episode. So the workbench finished. I'm going to slap it in right over here. Right there is fine. And let's go look at wrench, mechanical parts, forged steel. But we still need a book for it. So, but this is also where the mixer is, concrete mixer. So we're gonna need 10 mechanical parts just for the concrete mixer. We have everything else. So I'm gonna go try to track down some mechanical parts if I can. But that'll have to do it for this episode. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.